All right, so we're here with Jeremy Gilbert, the Brewmaster at Crown Valley Brewing, and we're going to talk about some the different brew processes, just everything you want to know about the beer that they make here, and their great product.
So where did you get your brewing?
The Siebel Institute, which is the World Brewing Academy in Chicago.
Interesting. How long did that take?
It depends on which parts of the courses you take. Most of it's a couple of years.
Is it specifically alcohol related, beer related, or what?
Beer related for the most part. There are different things that they've gotten into now with some of the distilling and things like that.
Now, when it comes to like alcohol content, you've got a lot of beers in the 5, 6 range. How high do you think you guys will try and go? Are you going to try and do anything?
It really depends. I mean, as far as me personally, I like extreme beers. So, you know, I'm pushing for a little bit of that. But at the same time, the majority of the beers that are less than extreme.
Yeah.
Some of our barrel-aged, barrel-aged Bison, that's a good beer, but I think we could do a barrel-aged barley wine. And it would be even a bigger beer, but it would have a lot more characteristics to it from the barrel aging. Exactly.
And so how many different things can you have brewing at one time in your system?
For us out here, we've got 12 different fermenters.
Oh, wow. I was going to say, I saw at least 6 or 7 different titles out there. I saw like the root beer was going, and you had some double IPAs out there, and a couple other things out there. But.
And what's the product you brew most often?
The most often is the double IPA.
Double IPA.
Oh, really? Is that the Gunslinger?
Okay. It is one of our most popular products.
It is.
It's easy to drink. I mean, it's got a lot of citrusy notes just from the hoppiness to it. It produces a lot of citrusy
It's
notes.
got that IPA flavor. It's really balanced.
Yeah, it does have a good balance.
And it's high alcohol content. Yeah, which is like 9% or something like that.
Yeah.
Which means that you're getting more bang for your buck, which
More
is
fun
what
for
a lot of
bottle.
guys.
And
a lot of guys looking for that. So.
The Gunslinger and the Big Bison is our second best seller. Now that one we actually
that's less alcohol, right?
It is less alcohol, but not much. It's still
7.7.
Yeah, 7. Yeah, 7. But so it just depends on their flavor profile there, what you're looking for.
So if you have to choose a #1 beer that you guys produce for you, like your taste, what are you looking at?
My taste is probably the Big Bison.
Oh yeah.
I like it, and I like the barrel-aged version of it.
Well, we just finished with the Brewmaster, Jeremy Gilbert. Now we're here with the lovely bartender, Kelly, who has provided us with a wide array of beer tasting options. And let's get into it.
I've got a Lobo Blanco, which I think Kelly said was the closest thing I had to a Pilsner right now. Easy to drink, fairly light.
Very well with wine.
Apparently it would go very well with lime.
All right, well, I've got the Farmhouse Logger. It's lager, brewed with generous amounts of Vienna malt. As we saw at Spokes in our previous video, PJ downed one of these pretty easily, but I'll give it a shot. That's pretty good. It's got classic qualities of your standard American lager, but a little more flavor, and it's quite delicious.
My next beer is the Wooden Nickel, which actually uses 3 different types of hops. It actually really does have a fairly woody flavor. We also had this one at Spokes. They had it on tap there. The hops are pretty intense. I mean, you can almost taste like a citrusy background to it because of the hops. It's really good.
So this is the Serrano Sidekick. What is this about, Kelly?
It's actually a pepper beer. 3 different kinds of peppers in it. Serrano peppers, habanero peppers, and Anaheim peppers that were added to it.
So is this going to be spicy?
It's not actually too spicy. You can taste the heat, but it's not overwhelming.
All right, great. That's really good. I think it would go well with like a fajita or something like that. I've had a pepper beer once before, and this one really has a nice round flavor to it. It's not like biting into a green bell pepper or something like that.
The Gunslinger, I guess, is what I'm up to, which is a double IPA beer. It's pretty intense. It's got a really malty flavor with it. Once again, lots of the hops, the almost citrusy flavor because of it. That's really good.
I'm gonna try out this White Wall IPA. It's a Belgian-style brew, like wheat beer. It's got coriander, orange zest in it, and I'm sure it's gonna bring some little level of extra hoppiness compared to your average just Belgian beer. Well, that's really delicious. You get the fragrance of the orange zest right in your mouth, and in the nose on this thing it's like being in some sort of it's like a field of flowers. You smell this?
Ooh.
And that's pretty.
It is.
It's pretty.
It's an interesting fragrance for a beer. My next one is the Sleigh Bell Spiced Ale. And I was actually wondering if Kelly could tell me anything about if it's actually a festive brew or...
Like our Christmas seasonal. It's made with nutmeg, let's see, allspice, cinnamon, clove, ginger, and nutmeg.
It's wonderful.
Is it?
It really is
I
good.
want to try some.
Oh.
Oh, it smells really good.
Yeah, it's really easy to drink.
Oh wow, that is nice.
Right?
A lot
It's
of
like gingerbread.
Yeah, it's like gingerbread. A lot of the sort of Christmas brews that I've had, they really go for that. Well, around Christmas you have a nice pine tree or something. In your
Yeah,
home.
it's like you
A
want
nice-
to taste pine sap.
Yeah.
That's not this. This is really good actually.
That's nice. Well, you want to give us a little information on this Plowboy Porter?
It's a full-bodied, dark, and rich beer. It has a heavy coffee flavor with a hint of licorice, and it also has rich roasted malt flavor with a smooth finish.
I've got to say, I normally don't care for any licorice type things, but
I don't think you really taste a whole lot of licorice in it.
Yes.
To me, it has more of like a slight espresso taste because the chocolate malts actually taste sort of like espresso to me.
this would go great with like a nice scoop of ice cream in it. Make like a nice
Actually,
beer
it
flow.
pairs very well with chocolate.
My last one here is the barrel-aged Bison Ale, which is supposed to be a lot like a Belgian ale. I would say after the Sleigh Bell Spiced Ale, this is definitely the best. Really good, really easy to drink. I don't know, it tastes, there's some different stuff to it. Can you tell us anything about it?
It was actually aged in wine barrels for a couple months, which is what gives it its different flavor.
Okay, gotcha.
You should try this one. It's the standard Big Bison Ale. It's not aged in the barrels. What do you think is the difference there? Which one do you prefer?
I mean, I would probably go with the traditional typically, but this definitely, it feels special, it feels nice. It feels more expensive.
It feels more. Does it have a nice mouth feel? Is that what you look for in your beers?
That is, yes.
Yes.
And it'll almost burst with flavor in my mouth.
It does?
Did you know
Does
that?
it?
Yeah, it does.
Is it a buy?
It's a buy.
Yeah, the Big Bison Ale. It's nice, round flavor. But I want to try this the aged one as well.
Like
Yeah,
a
it's got a nice hint of wine in it. It really rounds it out. The mouth feels great.
say like a steak or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Although most things go well with steak.
Yeah, it would go well with anything. Something rich though, full flavor. And what do we-
That is the coffee porter, which we don't have on draft right now.
Okay.
But if you like coffee, that's going to be a really good beer.
Cheers, my friend. Ooh, really smell the coffee.
Yeah, you can. Got a nice nose to it. You can taste the coffee. It's almost like an iced coffee with carbonation.
This is
I
a
mean,
nice
you have
like,
the beery flavors.
like a nice morning beer.
Yeah.
Just
it's a
get
great
up,
idea.
start the day, and
Makes so much money at colleges.
Now, is this from like the coffee grounds that they
Yeah, we
do
actually
in-house?
use our own roasted coffee. We use our robust blend and our robust breakfast blend to make it with.
Gotcha. Yeah, we
That's
saw
great.
the grinder and all the stuff back there. It was pretty cool. But that's really interesting.
So join us on the next episode of the Roadkill Bros as the boys sample some food and beer pairings at Crown Valley Brewing and Distilling.